welcome back to another episode of my Georgia Bulldogs Dynasty. And we are in the college football playoffs, and we will be taking on Clemson. So the last time I saw you guys, we took on Alabama, or excuse me, Texas A&M in the SEC championship game. Came away with a two touchdown win, 31-27. Uh, just kind of pulled away from them in the middle part of the game. Forced a couple of turnovers, and that really ended up being the difference. We played a really clean game, really good on third downs. They were pretty good as well, but the turnovers definitely ended up being the big thing. Stockton was just really efficient, 80% completion percentage, the one touchdown, only sacked one time. But a lot of the run game here. So Tobias and Etienne combined for 22 carries, over 110 yards between them with a score. Branson and Roderick Robinson each did well when they got the ball. Anthony Evans, of course, was the big beneficiary in the passing game, while Oscar Delp had a really good game. Defensively, got the interceptions from Dalen Everett, who just continues to break records. And Ellis Robinson, who actually won Defensive Back of the Year. So went over all the awards and stuff in the last episode. Please take a look at that. We, of course, got plenty of awards this year. Did have some All-Americans, All-Conference players. But let's take a look at Clemson. So started off the year really well. Big win over LSU. Got a win over Troy. And then did lose to Syracuse at home. Came back with a big victory over James Madison. Had their double bye weeks, and then beat SMU, beat Florida State, lost to what was a really good Boston College team on the road, and then lost surprisingly to Duke, who did make a bowl game and did lose it. So then they got hot again towards the end of the season, beat up on Louisville, beat up on North Carolina, beat up on Georgia Tech, and really beat up on what was a really good South Carolina team this year as well. And then just absolutely blasted Miami, 55-13, in the college football playoff matchup to take us on. Sorry, did not mean to click out of it. But absolutely thrashed Miami. Got 3 turnovers. Klubnik played a really good game, 4 touchdowns against no picks. It was a really nice day for Jay Haynes. Hit over the century mark, found the end zone twice. Stellato caught all 4 of those touchdowns from Klubnik. And Klubnik has really, really progressed. I want to say, where's the Heisman? Did I miss it somewhere? I guess it's just not on here. But, okay, so for the Heisman, it ended up being Julian Sayin that won that. But you see, Klubnik's, was up on a lot of these awards, for the best quarterback in the country. I don't think he's not a senior. So, yeah, just barely got beat out by Miller Moss for several awards as far as cornerbacks and stuff are concerned. And then Julian Sayin obviously won the Heisman, had a great year. But let's take a look at what is a really talented roster. We played them, of course, in the first game of this series, and it was a game that Georgia was pulling away. It looked like they were going to blow them out, and then Clemson really made a big push. Georgia had to hold on late. But it's been a long time since we played them, but it's still a lot of familiar faces. So, of course, Cade Klubnik, is the guy here, right? A 94 overall quarterback, 95 with the boost. And his stats are actually a little bit down from year one, kind of across the board except for the touchdown. So he's up big on that, still taking care of the football, and has found 6 rushing touchdowns this year. Been a little bit better on a per-carry basis. But he's been really, really good, senior for them, trying to win, every game that he can. Jay Haynes is their top running back, Jarvis Green and David Eziomoom behind him. Wide receiver, a lot of the same guys. So really good wide receiver in Tyler Brown. Antonio Williams with the 99 speed, definitely something to keep an eye on there. Troy Stellato, of course, is coming off a 4-touchdown game against Miami. TJ Moore, Ronan Hannafin, Bryant Wesco. I mean, a lot of athleticism, some different variety body styles of receivers that kind of fit A lot of different tendencies, a lot of deep threats for sure, but kind of have a mixed bag of what they can do with their passing game. Sam Roush is back at tight end, backed up by Nate Kariski. Really solid offensive line, a pretty good offensive line, to be honest. Tristan Lay here at left tackle is a really solid player as a senior. Monte Powell, another pretty solid left guard. They do have an injury here to Ryan Linthicum, but Mason Wade looks like he's going to be the starter there at center. Harris Sewell, of course, is another pretty good guard here for them. Excellent right tackle, and Blake Miller, a team captain, an impact player. A lot of physicals, a lot of mental abilities. Really good player for them there. Left end, TJ Parker, of course, is back. Really, really good player. AJ Hoffler's pretty good. Zaire Patterson. Do have Kevin Coxey down here, Coxey. We went after him as a recruit. Obviously lost out on him. Cade Denhoff over here at right end is a pretty solid player. Kind of drops down a bit here to Darian Mayo and Jaheim Lawson, along with Cade Wolf. Defensive tackle Peter Woods is their top guy. He is back again. Excellent, excellent player. One of the best defensive tackles in all of college football. Vic Burley behind him. They do have an injury here to Caden Storage. So they do have Stephylan Green as their third defensive tackle coming off the bench. Left outside linebacker, their linebacker room just in general is really athletic, kind of covers all the spectrums that you need. Wade Woodaz here, really athletic guy. Same for Jamal Anderson and Richie Lujan. Middle linebacker Sammy Brown, 94 speed, is all over the field. Really, really good player. Got that out of Georgia's backyard. Kobe McLeod behind him, with CJ Kuba Taylor as their third middle linebacker. Moving over to right side linebacker, you got D. Creighton, excellent athlete here, and Corbin Wagner. A 91 speed, true freshman pass coverage guy, going to be a force. Ben Holiday, and then Earl Sauer here. Moving over to cornerback, no elite speed guys, but a lot of guys that are really good in covers. So starts off here at the top, senior Mansour Delane. Another senior in Jaden Lucas. Avion Terrell is a junior cornerback. Shelton Lewis and Miles Oliver. Do have some size here at the top. Maybe it could be some kind of matchup-based things here with their 3 through 5 corners. Maybe trying to get Dylan Bell or something. Haven't really done a lot of the jump ball things in this series with Dylan Bell. But not, big time super speed guys, right? So maybe it's something Anthony Evans or London Humphreys can take advantage of. Free safety, good trio of free safeties here in Khalil Barnes, Kylan Griffin, and Joe Wilkerson. And then, again, really solid starting strong safety in Ricardo Jones. Really good player there, 87 overall as a redshirt freshman. Rob Billings and Sherrod Koval behind him. Then at kicker, they got Nolan Hauser, really good redshirt freshman. Robert Gunn behind him is another good guy. And their their punter is going to be Jack Smith. So this Clemson team is really, really solid. I think it's the type that could cause problems with us. And I don't really see a whole lot of exploitable weaknesses. My kind of game plan heading into this offensively is going to kind of be, just doing our thing. Definitely am worried with the speed and athleticism that they do have in the wide receiver room. Maybe a little bit more susceptible to the run in this game as I try to back off the safeties and stuff a little bit. Have to see kind of how that works out. So this is our college football playoff bracket so far. Ohio State beat up on Western Kentucky 34-3. A&M over Michigan by 2. A&M continues to be a really good team despite losing to us. Texas takes care of business in a tough matchup against Notre Dame. And then, of course, Clemson beat up on Miami. So you're going to have Ohio State versus Charlotte, Texas A&M versus USC, Texas versus Kansas State. And then, of course, Clemson and Georgia. And then we'll get, kind of to our Final Four. And hopefully Georgia is a part of that. We've done really, really well this year in what I would consider our quote-unquote big matchups. If you go back and look at the success we've had against teams that are currently ranked in the top 25. So Charlotte, really, really impressed us. We had a hard time stopping their offense. They ended up, making it in. Beat them by 3 scores earlier in the year. Really beat up on Texas. beat up on Alabama, ended up pulling away from Texas A&M. We've had kind of some scattered bad games, quote unquote bad games here and there, but beat up on what was a winning record Florida team. Really beat up on Kentucky. They ended up with a winning record. Beat up on UCLA. Oklahoma State ended up being very fraudulent this season. We may have kind of broke their psyche, but we did have the 10-point loss to Mississippi State. So we are susceptible to taking a loss if we don't play a good brand of football. And if you look at this, Clemson has really struggled to run the football throughout the year. We've done a really good job of that. They've been very pass happy, which reminds me, Stellato, oh my Lord, 20 receiving touchdowns on the season. So by the numbers, we're technically kind of a better, overall talent team, but I think it's a very even matchup. And I did forget to look at their stats. I'm glad I actually thought to do that. So, of course, we saw Klubnik's been really good. Yeah, they have not run the ball well at all. Haynes, really right at 3 yards a carry. Eziomum down here at less than 2.5. I mean, they've got 12 touchdowns between them. They have not run the ball well at all if it's not been Klubnik or Stellato out at wide receiver. But Stellato, a 1,300-yard, 20-touchdown season. He has been outstanding. Antonio Williams, Sam Roush have been the next couple of guys. Tyler Brown's been solid. TJ Moore's been solid. And Haynes has been really good out of the backfield. So they found a way to utilize him. But it's definitely been a Stellato-led offense. Let's just take a look through the awards and see if they ended up having any winners here on anything. Of course, Georgia came away with a lot. Stellato did win Receiver of the Year. So definitely something to keep an eye on. From what I remember, he had a pretty good game against us in year one. I don't remember him going off and going crazy against us, but see if we can contain him. Did have Klubnik there. I think that's going to really be about it, and it is. So, yeah, I'm definitely excited to get this. It's in the Orange Bowl. We will be taking on Clemson. Just going to rock stock jerseys for both teams. Let me make sure that it is Heisman difficulty. I changed it on the main menu, so it should stick. Okay. But yeah, I would definitely consider us favorites, but I don't think it's a sizable one. I think this is a game we're really going to have to come in and play really clean offensively. Have to keep them in front of us defensively and hope to get timely turnovers like we have in some of our past couple of big matchups. But, this is in the college football playoff. All these teams are going to be really talented. And, it's up to us to go out here and get a win. Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami in the Orange Bowl. It is Clemson versus Georgia, the second time we have seen them in this series. The last one was an instant classic. We've got a different quarterback, but a lot of similar players between these two teams. And looking to come out on top, let's advance. We're trying to go back-to-back with national championship seasons. And hopefully we can do so as we see Clemson coming out of the tunnel there. And Clemson will be starting off with the ball. So we will get to see Cade Klubnik and Stellato in action here early. Again, Clemson has really struggled to run the football. But I'm going to be nervous, trying to stop this passing attack. And I think that could create some rushing lanes for Jay Haynes and Jarvis Green and Eziomum. We're going to come out man defense here to start things off. It is a 2 running back set for Klubnik. See if they send the guy in motion. They do not. It is just a straight carry wrapped up by Jalen Walker, the senior. At any point in time could be playing his last game for us. Nice loss of 4 there. Big early stop. Klubnik with a bunch set over to his left. It's going to be another carry. Raylan Wilson wraps him up there. Just a gain of 3. Jay Haynes has had just a couple of carries and hasn't done done nothing with them. Sets up a 3rd and 11. Still a very, very talented room. It's a 3-wide set. Rouse is there in the slot. They do send Haynes in motion. See what they decide to do. Got a wide open receiver across the middle. Antonio Williams making his presence felt. Found a soft spot in the zone, and it was a big-time performance from Klubnik and Stellato there in the last game as they beat up on Miami 55-13. Klubnik sends his man in motion again. It is going to be a pass off of that, and they do dump it off to Haynes. Gets tackled in the open field by Ellis Robinson. It's a gain of 4. Klubnik's been outstanding. Stockton's been really good, a little bit more turnover prone than Klubnik for sure. See if Georgia can force a turnover from Klubnik at some point in this game as Klubnik rounds it out, throws that in the backfield, gets it out to Haynes. There is a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be on the Georgia defense on roughing the passer. Okay, Clemson getting off to a really good start. Kind of got Georgia playing on their heels here in this one. It's going to be a first down setup for Clemson now. At Georgia's 22, as Ezio Moon is going to get it. He's going to get the carry. Breaks through the tackle. Raylan Wilson gets flipped by Aguero, but a gain of 7 on that run. First really good carry for Clemson on the day. Going to be a read option. Klubnik's a good athlete. Takes it inside the 5. Dives up to the 2. Really good athlete. Klubnik is. 2 tight end set here, kind of expecting it to run. It's like a speed option. Klubnik switches over the field. Does get brought down, gets roughly back to the line of scrimmage. Kind of ran a speed option away from the running back there. A bit of a weird play. Georgia. Going to be a handoff. Plenty of blocking. Haynes walks into the end zone. His 7th rushing touchdown of the season. Puts Clemson up early. A really impressive opening drive there for Clemson, who is definitely on a roll coming off a big victory over Miami. It seems like the offense has really kind of gotten something going here. Georgia's going to have to adjust and adapt, just like they've had to at several times this year. Let's see if Hauser can knock the extra point through, and he does. It's going to be a flag on the play. Looks like running into the kicker. Going to set them up for a good spot for the kickoff. So the extra point is good. Clemson is up 7-0. Georgia very likely going to have to take this one for a touchback. As Hauser boots it deep, goes out of the back of the end zone. Georgia will start at their own 25. Georgia's been very run heavy the past couple of weeks, past couple of games after falling to Mississippi State. See if they decide to stick with that here in this one. Of course, got a really good group of running backs. A lot of talented offensive line. Never hurts to lean on them when you get a chance to. They do open up. 3 wide set. Anthony Evans in motion. They set up the screen to Anthony Evans, but he does not get the block from ETN to spring that play. Brought down quickly. Barely got a yard there. They do stick with this 3 wide receiver formation. Delp in the slot. It's going to be a run to ETN. ETN with a really good setup. ETN tries to bounce it outside. Kind of got hemmed up there a bit, but it's a big first down run for him. Georgia now comes out with 3 wide receivers over to Stockton's right. He sends Dylan Bell in motion. Going to take it. Going to swing it out to Dylan Bell. Dylan Bell gets good blocks up ahead. Able to drive through contact. Takes that for a first down. Ricardo Jones met him after about a 7-yard gain. Bell able to fall forward for the first down. And now flip the formation. The receivers are over to the left. Going to be a carry to ETN. Cuts it back. It's up the middle for a gain of 6 there. We're now going to see Branson Robinson come out for the first time. Bunch set, 2 tight ends on the field to the right. Stockton takes back, just hands it off to Branson. Takes that for a gain of 2. Sets up a 3rd and 2 here for Georgia. Stockton takes the snap quickly. Stockton's going to scramble up the middle, gets a first down there. Nice 3rd down conversion from him. And they do stick in this same formation. Going to be a handoff to ETN. Good run defense there, is able to at least gain a yard there. It's a really good defensive front. Maybe not the deepest that Clemson has had in recent memory. Stockton sends London Humphreys in motion. Humphreys takes it, got a little bit of an opening. Takes it for a gain of 4, sets up a 3rd and 5. See how Georgia decides to operate here. Stockton in the empty. Takes the snap. Going to get this over to Dylan Bell. Oscar Delp. Delp made sure to get the catch there. Another big 3rd down conversion there. Now it's a 3 wide. ETN in the backfield, but ETN now getting sent out in motion. They try to set up the tight end screen. Delp able to get a little bit of blocking there. Takes that for a gain of 4. Second catch for him early in this one. 3 wide set. They send Humphreys in motion. Clemson trying to adjust defensively. Gets that over to Dylan Bell, able to catch it through contact. He is immediately tackled down there. Sets up a 3rd and 2. With Georgia, is able to convert another 3rd down here. Stockton sends Evans in motion. They tried to set up the screen. It didn't work. Stockton just throws it away. They're going to have to kick a field goal there. Try to set up that screen on the right side. Nothing else really there. Woodring now is going to come out for the for the field goal. Woodring's kick is up, and it is good. Georgia does get a field goal back. Would have loved to get a touchdown out of that instead. Woodring now boots it away. That update definitely shrank the kicking meter there for sure. As that one is taken for a touchback after Thorson boots it into the end zone. And again, for the 2nd straight drive, Clemson comes out with 2 running backs in the backfield. This one is going to be a carry. Nice tackle from Bowles. It is a gain of 4 though. After some good blocking, SEO Moon there on the carry. Got his man, and he's open. That's going to be a touchdown for Antonio Williams. I think Aguero missed his assignment. Williams just streaking right down the field. Klubnik with an excellent read. Hits him easily in motion. Dalen Everett tried to swat the ball away, but it did not work. Just barely missed it. Ended up being a touchdown. Yeah, I mean, he was not really in the right spot, but Everett definitely just got beat there. It was a cover 4. So just not really good coverage there. Is working out. Clemson strikes really quickly there. 2 plays, 75-yard touchdown drive. Georgia's down early. This is not the style of game that Georgia wants to play. Don't want to have to throw it 1,000 times if they don't have to. Let's see how they decide to open things up. Obviously still very, very early in this game. And we do see Tavares Tobias, the 5-star true freshman, in the backfield. And he's going to get the carry. Runs over the free safety, takes that for a gain of 7. If he runs the ball like that, Georgia's going to run it all day. They stick with Tobias. Delp sent in motion. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Clemson's up 14-3 early. Georgia looking to close the gap here. Their 2nd possession of the game. Got to play better defense than what they have so far. Georgia's had the ball way more time of possession wise than Clemson has. Clemson has scored pretty easily so far. Georgia is going to come back out in that 3 wide receiver set under center with Tobias, and they do send Delp in motion. It's a carry for Tobias. Looked like he might break that first tackle. Does stick as a 3rd and 3. Empty set. Stockton takes the snaps. He'll get that off to London Humphreys just in time before he gets hit. Humphreys makes the catch, gets a first down off of it. Stockton's been very, very accurate all year. Has had certainly some decision-making gaffes at times this year as they try to set up a screen, but that does not work. Read perfectly there by number 2, Shelton Lewis, one of their cornerbacks. Stockton now, they come out of this 3-wide set. Delp, of course, in the slot. Takes the snap, going to get that over to Dylan Bell, makes the catch. It's a first down for Georgia. Stockton and Bell have not, popped off for like some gigantic season, but Bell has been a really trusted target for him as they try to get that out to ETN on the edge, but he is brought down pretty quickly. Stockton is dealing with he's a little banged up here. I don't know exactly what the wear and tear effects are, but he's definitely having some issues. 3 wide receiver set here. Takes it. Gonna try to get that out to Delp. Delp does do a good job there of falling forward. But it's a 3rd and 6. Let's see what Georgia. See kind of how they decide to attack here. They've been trying to hit this wide receiver screen on the right side. They might like the way that it is set up here. Stockton sends Evans in motion. He gets it out to Evans, and this time Evans gets the block, and Evans has got the speed. A little too close to the sideline, started tiptoeing, but that's a big 3rd down conversion yet again. Georgia really, really good on 3rd downs. Stockton takes it. It's a handoff to ETN. ETN with a nice move getting up the middle there, a gain of 6. Now back under center with Tobias out there. That's a carry, a big hole for Tobias. Takes that for a gain of 3.5 to 4. They did a nice job of ended up closing that down because I thought that was going to end up being a bigger hole for him there initially. Come out with this same formation. They're going to run a counter play. Don't see a lot of that from Georgia. That's a gain of 5 for Tobias. Georgia has done such a good job here over the last month or so worth of games of wearing down defenses with their talented tailback Stockton. This is going to be a carry to Roger Robinson, taken down for a short gain there. 3rd and 4. Can Georgia keep moving it on these on these 3rd downs? Stockton takes the snap. Stockton's going to get sacked again. Georgia unable to convert these 3rd downs. I did not like how they shrunk this meter. Woodring kicks his 2nd field goal. It's a 4th. Oh, okay. They have a flag on the play. That's a roughing the kicker. Georgia gets a new lease on life on this drive. 1st and goal now from the 8. Georgia's going to come out in a 2 tight end set here. Roger Robinson in the backfield. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to try to dump that off to Delp, but gets hit as he was trying to do so. 2nd and goal now from the 8. Stockton looks like he's trying to call an audible here. He takes it. Going to try to roll out. Just end up having to dump that off to Delp. Ain't enough in there, though. It's a 3rd down now from the 8. Got to find a way to get into the end zone. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to try to get this to London Humphreys. Humphreys gets hit. Thought they tried to set that up, but the cornerback stayed out there and played it well, and now Woodring has to attempt another field goal anyway. Woodring's kick is up, and it is good. Georgia does cut into the lead, but they have stalled out Even got a second chance on that drive for points. Were unable to do so. That's the kind of thing that can come back to haunt you. Really, really need a big drive here from the defense. Do not want to fall down any more points here. The offense seems like it might struggle some to close out drives. 3 wide set. Klubnik takes the snap. Gonna throw this one out wide to Lotto. Tackled down quickly by Julian Humphrey. Wide receiver set again. Haynes on the same side as the tight end, but it is still a carry to Haynes. Finally gets brought down by Ellis Robinson, and Kristen Miller sets up a 3rd and 3. Two running backs in the backfield. That's going to be a carry, and Raylan Wilson misses the tackle. Exio Moon takes that for a big 1st down. Wilson was the only guy that was untouched there. 2 running backs still in the backfield of Klubnik, but Wilson misses the tackle in the hole. This time the running back sent out in motion. That's going to be a really nice throw. Antonio Williams already over the century mark. Georgia got to kind of get into rhythm here defensively. It's a run. Barnes runs over. A.J. Bolden takes that for about a gain of 5. We hit the 2-minute warning. Bunch set over to the right. Plenty of timeouts here. Just got a wide open tight end. It's a 1st down. Georgia is struggling here in this game. He's going to get sacked here on this play, though. Klubnik, a loss of 8 is Damon Wilson. Makes the first big play for the Georgia defense. Roughly a minute and a half left here in the 1st half. That one is dumped underneath. Raylan Wilson on the tackle. TJ Moore on the catch. Sets up a 3rd and 12. Dumped off underneath him. Bowles misses the tackle on Stellato. Oh, huge 3rd and 12 conversion. You got to make the tackles in the open field, guys. Minute and 10 seconds left. Georgia fighting for their lives here. Cannot give up a touchdown. Haynes tackled in the backfield. They tried to set up the screen, but Dalen Everett setting all kind of records in the SEC this year. Makes the play. Going to be a shot. Picked off. Ellis Robinson gets a huge stop for Georgia there. An interception. Klubnik has done such a good job of taking care of the football. Looked like he tried to take a shot to Tyler Brown maybe, or Antonio Williams in one-on-one coverage, but Ellis Robinson, the sophomore, your defensive back of the year. No, it was just Stellato. Robinson able to make the play. 50 seconds left. You got plenty of time. You can kind of get something going here. Stockton takes the snap. Going to get this over to Dylan Bell. Makes the catch. Georgia's going to hurry it up. .40 seconds left. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to give his man Anthony Evans with the speed, and Evans scores. Touchdown, Georgia. 78 yards. Number 5 goes for 6. I don't think Anthony Evans has gotten near as much love as he has deserved nationally. An outstanding season just broke. I think he just broke the Georgia receiving touchdown record in a season. Maybe he just tied Brock Bowers' records. I'm sorry, I don't have that note in front of me exactly, but Anthony Evans from 78 yards out going to allow Georgia to hopefully go into the locker room just down a point, as Woodring's extra point is good. A two-play, 91-yard drive. Stockton and Anthony Evans have done such a good job in that deep passing game. They finally got the look they were looking for. Evans was able to beat his man off the line of scrimmage. Now it's Clemson off the Klubnik interception. Gonna drop back and try to pass it. He tries to go down the field. There's two Georgia Bulldogs in coverage. And it was actually just dropped by Antonio Williams. A misplay by the safety there. Should have been an interception, but Williams drops it. 14-13. Klubnik back again. He's going to get sacked. Damon Wilson gets to him again. Georgia is not going to call a timeout. Clemson just going to line up in the I formation. Don't even know if they'll snap the ball, but they do snap it. Wrapped up in the backfield, a 14-13 game at halftime. It feels like Clemson at times really outplayed Georgia in that first half. The offense was really good there early. Antonio Williams has already had a huge game, but the Ellis Robinson interception on the pass to Stellato, the wide receiver of the year, DB of the year versus wide receiver of the year, Ellis Robinson did win that matchup. Gave Stockton and Georgia a chance there with less than a minute left, and he finds Anthony Evans lined up against Avion Terrell, able to get the big score there before halftime. Cut what was a 14-6 lead down to 14-13, and Georgia gets to start off the second half with the ball as Hauser kicks it away. Anthony Evans back on the return. He does take it up to around the 20. Definitely got some banged up players here on both sides. And they are going to come out under center. Tobias back in the backfield. Tobias gets the carry, runs through the first tackle, dragging defenders, a gain of 10 on that play. He is proving to be very effective. They stay here in this formation. Stockton takes it, play action. He's going to get Anthony Evans again on the play action. No safety over the top. Anthony Evans is now for sure the Georgia single season receiving touchdown record holder. The play action, Tobias has been so good, they have to account for it. The safety takes a slight step up, and Anthony Evans beats his man again. They don't have the speed to match up with him. Georgia now going to come out under center, trying to go for a two-point conversion. Stockton takes it. He's going to try to loop this one out, and he overthrows Dylan Bell, who got open on that route. But still, Georgia takes their first lead of the day. And Thorson boots the kickoff into the end zone, taken by Wesco for a touchback. Georgia's defense trying to come alive here. It's going to be a pass attempt. He tries to scramble. He does get it off underneath. Antonio Williams utilizes his speed there. Man, he's such a good player. He is so fast. He is so dangerous. Klubnik now in the pistol. Tries back to pass again. He's going to try to throw that one. He gets it over the head of Braylon Wilson. What a throw. Gets that to Roush, I believe it was, and not Gritzky. Huge completion. Big time throw there from Klubnik. Wow. Wilson was in a good spot there. Was unable to lurk it, though. Klubnik now got Stellato essentially playing like a tight end. This is going to be a carry to Haynes, taken for a gain of 6. Really good run blocking there. read option here at any point in time. That is a great play action fake. Clemson immediately responds with a touchdown drive, and they will set up for 2 as well. Big, huge drive there for Clemson. Able to answer Georgia's call. Klubnik throws that. There's no way that's going to score. Taking for a big loss on the 2-point conversion attempt there. But it is a 1-point lead for the Clemson Tigers. That play fake ended up working out perfectly. Left a wide open spot over the middle of the field. Easily taken in for a touchdown there by Tyler Brown. Georgia now back out on offense. Anthony Evans has scored 2 long touchdown drives here in this, or excuse, 2 long touchdowns, not touchdown drives. Stockton tries to hand off to Etienne. Got a lot of immediate pressure there on the outside. Did not have much of a chance to make a play there. Play got blown up before it got started. Go to the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Stockton takes it. He's going to try to do it. He gets hit. Tried to dump that off to London. Humphries gets hit as he was trying to throw it. See if Georgia's able to do much of anything here. On 3rd down, Stockton takes the snap. We'll try to get this to London Humphries. Humphries somehow converts that for a 1st down. Georgia now going right back under center. They want to run the football. Stockton has been excellent. 2 deep bomb touchdowns. It's a carry for Tobias, who runs over 2 guys and takes it for another 1st down, but there's an injury for Georgia. Michael Uini been excellent there at right tackle. Of course, do have Bo Hewley as his backup, who's really good as well. Tobias, though, is setting the tone for Georgia. Possibly what this offense looks like next year. Stockton under center, gets a carry to Branson, who gets through the 1st guy. It's a gain of 4 there. We'll just keep Bo Hewley out there. Uini's excellent, but Hewley's a really good player in his own right. And now go to the shotgun. Roderick Robinson out there. 2 tight ends set. Stockton takes it. It's a handoff to Roderick. He is off that run with physicality. It is a 1st down for Georgia. Three wide set, Delp in the slot. Stockton sends Etienne in motion. Gets it to Etienne. He gets good blocking. Etienne gets to the outside, easily getting a 1st down. Both these offenses just really seem to be in rhythm here. They have not had a whole lot of success getting Etienne running room on the ground, but anytime you can get him the ball in space is always a good move. This is a handoff to Etienne. It gets shut down, and Etienne now dealing with an injury. Okay, hopefully that is nothing too serious. Now Glenn Eads is going to get a lot of these 3rd down back snaps. The freshman been really solid when he's got the ball in his hand. Stockton takes it, going to dump this off to Anthony Evans. Anthony's able to take that up the field. It's a gain of 7. He's already at 175 yards in this one. Now it's a 3rd and 3. Stockton takes the snap. He's going to try to dump this out to Branson. Branson catches it in motion. There 3 guys kind of running the same route, but Branson gets the catch from Stockton. Stockton's now over 300 yards. He takes that inside the 5. Etienne looks like he's back out there, but a little banged up. Wouldn't surprise me if Georgia kind of maneuvers around him for a little bit. Tobias is back out there. Tobias finishes that run strong, takes it to the 3. Second and goal from the 3. They bring out the heavy bodies and the fullback along with Roderick Robinson. Stockton, it's a toss. Roderick Robinson runs through 1 guy, takes it for a gain of 2, was unable to hit the edge. to see what they can maybe come up with here. Let's see. ETN is now back out there with Stockton. It's a 3rd and goal from the 2. You just don't make a mistake. Stockton takes it. Puts the RPO out to Bell, but Bell's going to be taken down in the backfield. Thought they might have had this set up for the blocks. Georgia now 4th and goal from the 3. Looks like they're just going to kick the field goal, try and retake the lead. Woodring's kick is up, and it is good. Georgia has stalled out a lot inside Clemson's red zone twice now inside the 10, but they do have a lead. 22-20, they may end up regretting not going for it there. He is knocked down there on the return. That was George Wembley. And again, they start off a lot of drives with 2 running backs in the backfield. Klubnik. It's going to be a handoff to Haynes. He's able to break the tackle of Ellis Robinson. A lot of good blocking from Clemson on that play, though. And Haynes to be able to kind of get going there. Haynes now in the backfield with Klubnik. It's another carry for him. Cuts it back. Christian Miller finally takes him down, but it's a gain of 5. It's a run again. This time he is shut down in the backfield. Damon Wilson on the stop. Sets up a 3rd and 5. Georgia trying to disguise what they want to do here. 3 wide receivers over to the right. Klubnik steps back to pass. He throws it. He gets confused, and it's Dalen Everett on the interception. Damon Wilson has hurt Georgia. He's getting a little banged up in this game, but they have now picked off Klubnik twice. This one thrown right to Everett, as it looked like Klubnik just got confused there, threw it right to Everett. The guy was never open there. Tobias is back in the backfield, and Tobias gets the ball running through defenders, a gain of 7. Stockton takes it, play action. Tries to get that one away, but is knocked down. At least not taken for a sack. It's now a 3rd and 3. Georgia desperately needs to keep this drive going. Try something like that. Stockton with the empty set. He takes the snap. We'll try to get this to Nitro Tuggle, and outstanding play from Ricardo Jones. Georgia, I should have just kept the route when it was. What a play by him, though. Georgia's going to attempt another field goal here. Woodring's kick is up, and it sneaks in. He has been excellent today. Georgia now up 5. Gives himself some breathing room. 5 for 5 for him on the day. Really nice stop there for Clemson's defense. Had the throw they wanted there to Tuggle, just didn't lead it out enough there for Stockton. 2 backs in the backfield yet again on the opening snap. This is going to be a carry out wide, and excellent blocking. Haynes takes that for a huge first down. Linebackers getting stuck in traffic a lot here for Georgia. It's going to be another carry, a lot of good blocking again. Aguero does tackle down Haynes before he gets to a first down there. It feels like he has got way more than 65 yards on the ground. Georgia now trying to get a stop. We head into the 4th quarter of this college football playoff game between these 2 long-time out-of-conference rivals. A lot of big plays on both sides. Georgia is up 25-20. Kind of a scoregami score right now. Let's see if Georgia can get a stop there. It's a pass for Clemson. He's going to get sacked. Tristan Miller and Jalen Walker. Sack. Klubnik just set up a 3rd and 9. Georgia trying to do some late audibling and adjusting to confuse the senior that has seen so much, and it is working. They've got 2 turnovers of Klubnik. Now they've gotten a couple of sacks on him. What Georgia decides to do is Klubnik audibling a little bit here, sends his running back out to the right. It's going to be nowhere for him to throw. Dumps it off Ellis Robinson. Excellent play there on Stellato. And I'm not so sure this is not Clemson's first punt of the game. Jack Smith out there. Going to punt it away. Shoots it way off to the right. Goes out of bounds at the 18, so not the worst punt ever. This is a huge possession for both teams. Stockton. It's a handoff to Etienne. Cuts up the field, maneuvers around one defender, takes that for a gain of 5. An absolutely humongous drive. If Georgia can get a touchdown here, might make it really tough for Clemson to come back. Stockton hands it off to Tobias, runs through contact again and gets the first down. 9 carries for the freshman. 52 yards. They are leaning on him in that downhill running. Branson now out there. Stockton hands it off. Branson with good room. Runs over one guy. Takes that for a gain of 6. Georgia just getting to this downhill running style over the last month or so worth of games has been just huge as Tobias takes that carry for a gain of 2. May have missed a hole there on the right. Big 3rd down for Clemson. Stockton. 3 wide receivers. He takes the snap. Going to try to loft that over, and he should not have. Sammy Brown. Pick 6 for Clemson. No reason for Stockton to attempt that pass. Thought that Brown might sit in the middle of the field, but he goes with Humphrey, and that is the easiest pick 6 Sammy Brown will have in his life. A horrible decision for Gunnar Stockton. The Georgia defense has got to get a stop here, and they do not. A 2-point conversion from Clemson. It's a 3-point lead for the Tigers. Gunnar Stockton, a crucial mistake. He has been so good today. That is just a massive mistake. Stockton takes the snap. They set up a screen to Etienne. Not a whole lot of blocking. Etienne able to get through there. Takes that for a gain of 6 before he is brought down. Stockton's done a lot of good in this game. Needs to rebound. Georgia is down. Stockton, it's a handoff to Etienne. Takes a big shot from Ricardo Jones there, but it is a first down for Georgia. Three wide look. They stay in this formation. Stockton takes the snap. Going to get this over to Dylan Bell. Makes a nice catch, a gain of 8 there. Back to Tobias. Under center. It's a big hole for him. Makes it for a first down. Clemson is starting to slide those safeties and cornerbacks up when they go under center. Need to be careful. Stockton. It's a handoff to Roderick. Able to fall forward, a gain of 3 there. 3 wide setup. Humphrey's got to be exhausted just running on and off the field. As Georgia keeps changing up personnel. London Humphreys does not have the speed to get fly. That is a loss of 2. Sets up now a 3rd and 8. Stockton, empty backfield. He takes the snap. Oh, he's got London Humphreys. Hits him perfectly. Another easy 3rd down conversion. Put him in man coverage. Humphreys is going to win that every time. Nice in and out zig route. Humphreys comes out. He's replaced by Lucky as Georgia goes back under center. 2 tight ends. To carry to Etienne, gets up the field, taking for a gain of 4. Now it's Tobias. Humphrey comes back out there, 3 wide set. Of course, it's a carry to Tobias, and this time Peter Woods shuts it down, sets up a 3rd and 7. Stockton takes the snap. We're going to try to get this over to Dylan Bell. Bell makes the catch again through covers. They keep giving him a cushion. And Stockton and Bell keep taking it. There's a lot of clock being run off here. 2.5 minutes. And Georgia's going to let this clock run down. It's a handoff to Etienne. Ain't a 1. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Georgia down by 3. Looking to score a touchdown here.
On the double.
Stockton with 3 wide. Delp in the slot. Stockton takes it. Try to set up a screen. That one was almost picked off. Confusion. Misalignment there. Okay. 3rd and 9. Stockton sends London Humphreys in motion. A lot of confusion from that secondary. Stockton just throws it away in the back of the end zone, doesn't take the sack. Georgia's going to have to kick a field goal yet again here. Woodring looking to tie it up. His kick is up down the middle. It is good. It's a 28-28 game. Less than 2 minutes. Georgia not able to take off a whole lot of that clock under the 2-minute warning with 2 incomplete passes. Clemson with all 3 timeouts. Wesco takes that out. Brought down. Clemson's got 81 yards for a touchdown, but all they need is a field goal. Georgia needs to create a turnover here. It's a pass out wide and it's picked off. Everett, take it back for a touchdown. Georgia with a pick 6. David Everett, that's like 2,000 interceptions this season. Quarterbacks continue to try him, and the senior continues to make them pay. Klubnik late on the pass attempt. Everett gets barely down the sideline and scores, giving Georgia the lead here. 1 minute and 37 seconds left. Klubnik with the interception, his 3rd of the day. Dalen Everett takes it back for a pick 6. What a turn of events there. Klubnik now has to go 75 yards to give Clemson a chance to continue their season. Klubnik drops back to pass. Gets it there, a nice completion over to TJ Moore. It's now First and 10. They're at their own 38, 62 yards to go. Empty set for Klubnik. Takes the snap back. Gets it over the middle. Big completion. Antonio Williams. Nobody in the middle of the field with him. Clemson strikes. A bad open field tackle attempt. Antonio Williams strikes again. What a game. Golly, I really messed up that field tackle attempt. For Aguero. Yeah, just a bad angle. Antonio Williams strikes. Hauser out to tie it up with an extra point attempt. And it is good, 35-35. 2 plays, 75 yards. Georgia's defensive lapses cost them there. Of course, the defense gave them the lead. Evans takes that for a touchback. Georgia, minute 24. All 3 timeouts. They come out in the 3 wide. Delp in the slot. Anthony Evans comes in motion. It's the screen. Evans with good blocking. Evans cuts back inside. Anthony Evans down the sideline. Speed to Burn. Score. Anthony Evans might have just put Clemson's season to sleep. What a game this has been. Anthony Evans with an all-time college football playoff performance. This is right up there with the Devonta Smith national championship game. Evans, excellent blocking by Delp and ETN. Evans able to set up the safety. Never had a chance. And Evans with the speed, 6 catches, 250 yards. And 3 scores. If you didn't know his name before, you know it now. It's Georgia. Immediately strikes. 42-35. Georgia's defense now gets a chance to get another stop. And Klubnik find magic again. This time he's got to go 84 yards, a minute and 10 seconds. Just 2 timeouts. We get this pass over or tackled down quickly by Humphrey. Don't know if that was a first down. It was. Excuse me, that was Tyler Brown on that catch. Klubnik now. Gonna get a deep shot to Williams again. Oh my God, a shoestring tackle attempt from Everett. Oh, allows Aguero to get a stop, or he may have scored on that one. Klubnik now setting up a spike. Antonio Williams and Anthony Evans are putting on a clinic today. They're just so fast. It's so much speed. Klubnik now drops back. He's going to throw it. That is picked off Aguero. His 4th interception of the day. Klubnik. Oh my goodness. Georgia is going to survive a 42-35 win, an instant classic. The Bulldogs defense gave up yards. They gave up points, but they sealed the deal when they needed to. 2 interceptions in the last 2 minutes of the game. One of those for a pick 6, the other one a game clincher. Anthony Evans, just a monster of a game. Scores the game-winning touchdown. You see it there. What a player he is. So much speed, beating them guys consistently down that right sideline. Gunnar Stockton, a really good day. The pick six to Sammy Brown felt like it might be the momentum switch that Clemson needed to get it done, but it is Georgia that continues their season. Klubnik's last pass of his collegiate career was his fourth interception of this game. Stockton, 26 of 35, 431 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and an interception. Tobias leads the way with 12 carries for 59 yards. ETN 11 for 42. Roderick Robinson 4 for 13. Branson goes for 3 for 12. The inability to run the ball within the red zone, I think, really hurt us today. I really think we could have pulled away from Clemson at different points in this game, especially winning the turnover margin by that much. But having to kick a lot of field goals certainly helped keep them in the game. At receiver, Dylan Bell 7 for 61. So many huge third down catches today. Man, he was clutch. Anthony Evans, of course, the game of a lifetime. 3 receiving touchdowns, 250 yards on 6 catches. Gonna break every single season record, and he's got another year in Athens. Hunter Humphreys 5 for 54, had a couple of really big conversions himself. Dealt 4 for 27, couple of big catches for sure. ETN 3 for 18 out of the backfield, and Branson 1 for 21 out of the backfield. Gave up some pressure, but only 1 sack. We were able to kind of get away from that, thankfully. Stockton got the ball away just as he was getting hit on several occasions. Ernest Green did give up a sack, though. Defensively, man, Aguero 11 tackles, the game-clinching interception. Ellis Robinson 8 tackles, a huge interception himself. Damian Wilson 6 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, man. Jalen Walker 3 tackles for loss, 2 for Christian Miller, 1 from Bolden, 1 from Everett. What a senior season he has had. Wilson 1.5 sacks, 1 for Christian Miller, a half sack for Jalen Walker. 2 interceptions from Dalen Everett, an interception from Robinson and Aguero. Dalen Everett, of course, with the pick 6. Let's just find something that doesn't give away kind of anything here. Might do something if they pressed him on this touchdown, which they probably did. I'll be able to just use something quick here. Don't want to give nothing away. Kind of like that with Gunnar Stockton in the back. Looked like he's about to launch the ball down the field. Let's do that. Man, I forgot to even go over Clemson's stats. Sorry, what a game, man. What a game. This season, moving this thing to Heisman has definitely been the best thing forward. Been a lot of fun, different style games. Klubnik, 17 for 23, 348 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, but 4 interceptions in his last game in a Tigers uniform. Haynes, 12 for 65 in the score. Ezio Mume, 4 for 21. Definitely ran the ball really well. Antonio Williams, just like Anthony Evans, 6 catches, 230 yards, and 2 scores. Stellato, the wide receiver of the year, 3 for 24. The biggest target that he had that would have been, trying to go for a touchdown there actually got picked off by Ellis Robinson. TJ Moore, 3 for 44 in the score. Rouse, 2 for 38. Had a really solid game there. Haynes just 2 for 2 out of the backfield. Tyler Brown did have 1 catch, did go for a first down, though. Miller gave up 2 sacks for Clemson. Defensively for them, Peter Woods, 14 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, a half sack. I mean, excellent player. I doubt he's back with his overall. Got to think he goes pro. Jamal Anderson, 11 tackles, a tackle for loss. Lewis, 10 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. Where's the Ricardo Jones? Was really impressed with him today. A freshman, 6 tackles and a tackle for loss. Woods and Lewis lead the way there. Tackles for loss for them, and their sack was combined from Woodaz, and Woods. Yeah. And Sammy Brown with a pick six. Obviously, a guy that Georgia wanted really, really badly. Excellent player there. Kind of strikes against Georgia. But thankfully, Georgia survives. Survives falling behind early. Really kind of beat up on them a bit there, after that first quarter. But Clemson hung tough. They made big plays, a lot of big plays from Antonio Williams, the pick six from Sammy Brown. But, we do enough to get it done. As we are moving on, the quarterfinal playoff game winner. As we look at the bracket here, we beat up Texas really bad. I'd love to play Kansas State. Let's see. Let's make a prediction. I think it's going to be Ohio State beating Charlotte. I think it's going to be USC beating Texas A&M. I think it's going to be Kansas State beating Texas. I think all the teams that you kind of expect to win, I think are the ones that win. Let's see who we will take on here. Okay. We will be taking on Dalen Everett, SC Player of the Week. Almost got to be National Defensive Player of the Week, okay? See what we got. Anthony Evans, SC Offensive Player of the Week. Got to be National Player of the Week for sure. That's just a monster game from him. Now we see who we play, and it is Kansas State. Thought we might play them last year, but Utah was able to sneak past them. And we do get to take them on. Strategist unlocked. Good deal. Definitely level 23. Got plenty of upgrades left to do. We will be taking on Kansas State. Let's take a look at the bracket and kind of see what happened. So I picked Ohio State, USC, and Kansas State to all win. So obviously Charlotte gets the 4 seed as the 4th highest, conference champion. But the top 4 bids all make it, at least I think would be your natural top 4 bids, right? So it's number 1 USC, number 2 Georgia, number 3 Ohio State, number 4 Kansas State. Your top 4 CFP ranking teams all make it. All that makes sense. You got, Julian Sayin versus Miller Moss there at the top. They just had a massive shootout in the Big Ten championship game. Heisman winner versus the runner-up. We get Kansas State. Avery Johnson, really, really good good player. I cannot believe that the Heisman thing does not just, show up right here. Does it show it, somewhere else? It's just really weird. Speaking of which, let's just make sure we haven't somehow lost. Nope, still got both. Lindsey and Brooks, that's huge. Would love to keep them forever. They're outstanding coaches. Oh, man. This is, big time matchup. Excellent win there. Oh, I didn't even really pay attention to the scores. Sorry. Ohio State beats up on Charlotte pretty big there, 38-14. USC over Texas A&M by 5. And Kansas State demolishes Texas 41-3. We'll preview that matchup in the next episode in this series. But yeah, let's take a look at the stats now. Obviously, Stockton, that game really boosted up a lot of his stats. 36 touchdowns against 13 interceptions. Still completing at a high level. Yards per game, everything's good. Closing in on the 4,000-yard mark. Should get there, I would think. ETN still fighting for the 1,000-yard mark. They've been ceding the kind of lead back carries to Tobias here over the past couple of games. But ETN has still been good. Just kind of struggled to get him going out of the shotgun and on those stretch plays from under center, but obviously is outstanding. All 4 of your top running backs are averaging at least 5.2 yards per carry. That's excellent. Evans, 16 touchdowns now, over 1,300 yards, 72 catches. Humphreys has been really good. Bell's been really good. Delp, obviously not as good as last year, but still been really good when we've kind of tried to get him the ball, ETN, Tuggle, etc. But this is Evans's passing game. Let's make no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The speed demon is making all kinds of plays. Wilson leading the way in tackles. Aguero, Bowles, Bolden, and Ellis Robinson leading your top 5. Scroll down. You can pause it if you want to click on somebody in particular. And as we go to tackles for loss, 4 guys in double digits. Same guy. Damon Wilson just had an excellent game. Jalen Walker, Kristen Miller, and Jordan Hall. Sacks, same guys here at the top, 13.5 from Christian Miller, 12 now for Damon Wilson, 11.5 for Jalen Walker, and 10 for Jordan Hall. And Dalen Everett, 16 interceptions. Oh man, what a 2-year run that he has been on. So 2 years, 21 interceptions between them. He actually just set the SEC conference interception record, and this only, counts the 2 seasons that we have played with him. Ellis Robinson, I think, is going to make a discussion for this down the line, especially if he somehow stays a 4th year. We'll take a look. You can take a look at everybody else's stats right here, but let's take a look at the records for the conference. I think he's putting himself into. He's not going to break that record. Let's go. Excuse me. That was actually what I wanted to look for. I think he just said it. Dalen Everett is your career interception leader in the SEC, 21 through his 2 years. We got a lot of guys in that career record book. I'll say that. Everett, what an outstanding season. Why teams continue to throw the ball his way, I do not know. I do want to give a shout out to Woodring. He was really, really good that game. 20 of 24. On the season, and just went 5 for 5 in that game, 3 for 3 from the extra point. So he was perfect, and we needed every point that we could get. Thorson, of course, has been Thorson. We just haven't had to kick the ball a whole lot. 13-1. We're down to the Final Four. We get Kansas State. They've been really good in this series. They've been really good this year. Definitely excited to bring that to you. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Leave me any feedback below. Check out my Tulane Dynasty that I also have going on the channel. And got a Atlanta Hawks franchise on NBA 2K25. Check that out as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And until next time, peace.